Hooray! It's time to fill out our life domains. Let me just grab my colors. Got all my colors here. Say hello to your life domains. They'll be with you all year, unless you choose to wipe them out and replace them with something more meaningful to you, which is also cool. You may notice that these domains are slightly different from what you may have seen before, but don't be too alarmed. I'll break them down individually below. I try to give each domain as much wiggle room as possible for personalization, while still being comparable to more popular, normal nomenclature. This is on purpose. Sometimes even words like family or work carry baggage that may chafe some people for various reasons, and my goal was to be as inclusive as I could, but still have the domains feel intuitive and make sense. So here we go. Connection. This is where you'll consider your family, friends, spouses, partnerships, and other relationships. Yes, all lumped into one. One of our fundamental needs as humans is simply human connection. Feel free to include your animal friends as well. There are many people out there who may have extricated themselves from a toxic family environment and are in a new place with no friends or relationships yet. So start with simple connection instead. Connections can run as deep as both parties will let them go. Rest and well-being. This domain is where you'll consider your physical health, mental health, coping mechanisms, boundaries, and of course, rest. I cannot stress how important rest is in our overall well-being. That's why it's named first. Please note that rest does not equate play. There's a whole separate category for that. While both are certainly rejuvenating, if we play a little too hard, we'll need to rest after we play, and that's okay. Home and environment. This one is pretty self-explanatory. While not everyone has a home, we as beings of physical matter exist in an environment with varying levels of control over said environment. Example, if you're renting an apartment and the walls are a hideous color but you're not allowed to repaint, what other things can you do to beautify your environment to your liking so that your surroundings aren't stressing you out? Alignment and self-expression. You spent a lot of time determining your values earlier in the workbook, and that comes into play here. This is actually 2 of 𝖖𝖊𝖓𝖓's top 5 regrets of the dying combined. To live a life that's true to you and not what others expect of you, and to express your feelings however that looks for you. Personally, I love journaling. Both of these can take some time, so make sure to give yourself grace as you grow. I'm actually going to write down my values right here. They must come from a place of love. I will do something with those in a minute. Resources and contribution. This is where you consider your finances, yes, but also your time, energy, talents, skills, physical supplies, and anything else you consider a resource. Not everyone has a job that pays money. Hello, stay-at-home parents, this one's for you. But that doesn't mean that they have nothing to manage or nothing to offer others. The question here should be, what am I responsible for managing? And what do I have available to give to others? If not time, then money. If not money, then maybe you can use your skills to make something, etc. I chose to put these two together instead of giving them separate domains since they really are 2 sides of the same coin, pun intended, and should be considered together. If you have the tendency to overgive of yourself, make sure you balance it with saying no so that you can say yes to recharging. See rest and well-being. Practice. In today's world, when we hear work, we think job. And again, not everyone has one of those, and not everyone has one that they care enough about to track in their goals planner. Some jobs are just a means to an end, and that's totally fine. This category can be for work, job, career, or school work, if those are applicable to you. But really, this is all about the actual doing of the thing, the using of the skills. This is for everyone, including me, who loves to live in the land of, I will start this thing once I feel like I know what I'm doing. That shit can go on forever if you let it, and we just don't have that. Start now. Learn by making mistakes on the way. Play. This is all the stuff that is fun and makes you feel like a little kid again. Play is still important in our lives, even as adults, so set aside some time and do something that excites you and lights you up. Curiosity and passion. Learning is another one of those words that's bogged down with meaning. Too often we equate learning with school, but they are not the same thing, especially when one of them is compulsory, but I digress. A lot of people don't know yet what they're passionate about, what they'd sacrifice resources and opportunities to do, and that is okay. Curiosity will eventually lead to passion, so just let yourself be curious, try new things, and see what sticks. This domain also includes research and reading and just doing that thing that you love. Now that you've got the rundown of the domains and gave some thought about how they appear in your own life, rate your current satisfaction in each domain below from 1 to 10, 1 being abysmal and 10 being completely awesome. Then on the next page, explain why you chose that particular rating and what level you're hoping to get this year realistically. Please note that this is not an exercise in self-shaming. You are simply observing where you are right now without judgment. As 𝖍𝖎𝖓𝖓 says in her book, The Artist's Way, your life pie may look a bit like a tarantula at first, and this is okay. Pro tip, try color coding your domains to help with visual memory. If you carry this throughout the entire planner, you'll be able to get a pretty good idea of what any given week will entail, domain-wise, with just a glance. So my connection is pink. Pink specifically being for my kids, that bleeds right through. And this green color is my husband. Rest and well-being, I always use this red color. Home and environment was orange. I think I've said this already in a different thing, but it was orange because that was the last color that was available. Alignment and self-expression, I'm going to make yellow if you are, shining your light. So this for me is writing. And my videos also, which is gray, just because it was another color that was free. Resources and contribution, it's this like money green. Practice was this light blue color. Play was this indigo or royal blue if you want. I also have that navy blue. So I would tell you the colors, but oh, denim. There it is. Denim. The things have faded a lot. And then curiosity and passion is purple. Okay, I keep coughing. My throat's like really dry and itchy, so I had to get a cough drop. I will do my best to eliminate any like mouth sounds in the video, but please just know that I'm human and I'm just doing my best trying to breathe. Okay, how is my connection? All right, so what I'm actually gonna do is go into my previous planner, the one I just finished, and look at the scores I gave myself for this quarter, since that is actually where I'm starting from. I also had, started filling this out on a bit of a high note, and I am on a bit of a low note now. So it will be interesting to see how, depressive thoughts and such really affect my ratings, because I currently have no, questionnaire or anything like that to score things. It's just like how I'm feeling, which is very subjective. I do admit that. Connection could definitely be improved, but let's say 8. I did give it a 10. I'm gonna knock it down to an 8. Maybe a 9 or an 8. Let's keep it at an 8. All right, let's see how bad this is bleeding through. It's not great. Rest and well-being, I gave a 6. I'm gonna knock it down to a 5 because I'm having a pain flare-up and it's not been pretty. Home and environment, I gave a, was that a 4? That's a 5. I will keep home and environment at a 5. Though I did clean up my craft room a little bit. Like I put the packing materials away. I still have a lot of stuff to put up on eBay, and like I have a lot of planner de-stash stuff to go up. So that's kind of all over the floor, but it's looking better than it was before, so hooray. All right, so I'm gonna split this one in half, I think, like I tried to do last time. So I said it was 3 for my writing, and I think we will keep that. And I will just not fill in, the rest of that line. I will be more careful. And videos, I went too far, but I'm gonna knock down to what did I say? What did I say there? 7. I said a 7? Really? All right, well, let's keep it at the 7. Then, there's definite improvements to make. And no, girl, I started that in the middle of Vlog Humbug. Maybe I will just say it's an 8. I did pretty well, and then my body started objecting. So next we have resources and contribution. I said was a 6. I think I'm actually going to knock that down to a 5. Though really, maybe I should knock it down to lower because things got out of control. But we're gonna start like this. Practice, I said 6. I'm going to say 7 because I have been doing a lot. So this is the, you know, the doing of the things, the using of the skills. I've been using a lot of skills. So, hooray. Next is play. I said 7. Girl, what? I'm going to knock that down to a 6, I think. I'm trying to really get some kind of, you know, schedule to my life together. We're going to write business down here. I don't know whether I should put business in practice or business in resources. Probably here. It's fine. And then curiosity and passion, I gave a 7. I guess we'll keep it at a 7. I haven't, you know, been able to do a lot of things. I have been reading books though, or listening to audiobooks. So that's been nice. All right, so that's where we are for right now. Thank you very much for that giant planner. And look, sometimes you just can't get the right paper, you know what I mean? Like, this is not terrible paper, but it's the only one that I could find in A4 that's available for Americans, which was annoying. I think it's like, is it 28 pound, 70 pound? I don't remember. Connection, I gave it 8. Rest and well-being, I gave a 5. Home and environment, I gave a 5. Alignment and self-expression, I said 3 for writing and an 8 for video. Resources and contribution, let's just say 5. Practice, I said 7. Play, I said 6. Curiosity and passion, I said 7. Now I'm just gonna write, you know, observations on why I gave it this score. Okay, so I wrote for connection, I gave an 8. While I love my people, I need to spend more one-on-one time having meaningful conversation. Rest and well-being, I gave a 5. Pain flare-up makes me kind of miserable. My neck and shoulders are also still super stiff. The SI joint makes it uncomfortable to sit for a long time, and then my back also makes it hard to stand for a long time. So I'm just generally in pain. Home and environment, I gave a 5. I put some packing stuff away, but clutter is still everywhere. Alignment and self-expression, I gave a 3 for writing and then 8 for videos. I typically don't advise splitting your things together like that, but there we go. Maybe I should have done a 4 or 5. Videos are going great, but I need to write more. Resources and contribution, I gave a 5. I wrote 5, really. So there is exposure a bit as far as like my work in my shop and stuff, but I have a long way to go to pay off my debt. Practice, I gave a 7. I wrote, I've been doing things and using my skills, which is true. And as I was looking and thinking, I'm wondering if I should actually give that a higher score, because I have the tendency to link too much outcome with the process of doing these things, such as like, instead of just enjoying painting, I have to be looking ahead to like, is this painting going to be making me money? So I kind of wonder if that's what I'm doing with practice, because I've been doing a heck of a lot, and I feel like maybe it should be more like an 8 actually, because I've been doing a lot and I don't want to keep denying that, so I'm just redoing that. Play, I gave a 6. And I said I could use more work-play structure. So I don't anticipate doing another vlog humbug kind of scenario where I'm posting every single day. So that's great. So that gives me, time to breathe and do stuff. Curiosity and passion, I gave a 7. I said, I want this to be greatly improved this year. I want to take the courses I've invested in over the years. I also, as some of you may know, if you've been, with me for a while, I will be doing a no spend year called My Maker's Year in 2023. I have a whole lot of books on compulsive buying and compulsive spending and what motivates people to buy and spend and such. So I have a lot of research to be doing this year. So I'm expecting this to be like a 10 by the end of the year. Okay, so then the final thing for this page is what 3 areas of my life need to be focused on during this season for the next 3 months. All right, so obviously finances is going to be my first thing. So with finances comes practice, because I need to actually make things to put in my shop. And let's do alignment and self-expression, because it is the lowest out of all of the scores, and I kind of want to ease into 2023. Okie dokes. So now we're at my word or theme. Some find it helpful to choose a word or theme for your year. Its purpose is to serve as your own personal GPS to point you in the right direction toward your goals and the things that really matter to you. My word or theme for this year is... This was a bit of a strange pick for me. Usually I would pick like some kind of action word or, something. But this one snuck up on me a bit. So it is Elysian, which... Cloth and Paper just happened to have this in their shop, and when I saw it, I was like, holy crap, it's a sign. And this means beautiful or creative, divinely inspired, peaceful, and perfect. Not so much the perfect end, but definitely divinely inspired and creativity and that kind of thing. That's what I'm hoping to embody this year by choosing this word. So let me just write it in my most pleasing hand to please the gods. Okie dokie. Why I chose this word or theme? Because I want to honor the divine within by being creative. So I'm just going to write also the little definition. Okay, how can this word or theme apply to each domain of your life in order to provide direction for the upcoming year? Okay, so we have connection. I feel like that can also be spirituality in this regard. All right, so this might sound super cheesy, okay? But I said, nurture peaceful connections and see each person and the beauty they offer. So like really appreciate the other person is simple terms there. I also wrote connect with the divine for inspiration and calm. Rest and well-being. Well, peace equals less anxiety, so home and environment. Beautiful, well-organized, and peaceful. Lots of creativity on the walls. Maybe some creative problem solving as well, but alignment and self-expression. This is probably the big one. Shine my own light and let my creativity out. Even if that creativity is definitely dark. Like writing stories about murdering people and such. So, resources and contribution. Elysian. Well, hold on to calm and just use that to battle my my very hot wallet. Lean into creativity instead. Practice. So what am I gonna do to embody the word Elysian? So let's say we're going to meditate. We are going to make art. We are going to write. We are going to declutter. We are going to no spend. That's all I got. Play. What are we going to do to play? Peaceful play, creative play, divinely inspired. I kind of want to start a story journal because a lot of times when I'm playing games with Sunny or like I'm watching maybe a K-drama or reading manga or something like that, there might be a side character who sparks some kind of idea, and then I never capture those ideas down, and I want to start doing that. Curiosity and passion. I'm going to be doing a lot of research in order to come to understand why I do not have peace and calm, or understand what is getting in the way of my peace and calm. So I wrote, why do I do that? Because knowing makes me feel better, trying to understand. All right, and then the sensory board we are going to do in another video. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions about what you've seen so far, please leave a comment down below and subscribe if you want to. If you're curious to see how the rest of this goes, you know, like if you want to watch the sensory board thing go and what the heck is a sensory board? I thought it was a vision board. Yeah, we're going to answer all those questions and more in the next exciting chapter of the Memento Mori Goal Planner planning series 2023. Thank you very much and goodbye.